Hello, everyone. Um, Thank you for joining. I posted the playlist in the chat in case anyone wanted to follow along with our music. I will count us down before I start the first song. But yeah, happy Monday. Super hot out lately, so make sure you have access to a lot of water. As always, everything I say is optional, so know that you can take breaks, towel off, and grab that water at any point, and then just join back up whenever you're ready. Yogis, let's get started right away on our mats. Any restorative posture that works for you, I usually suggest extended child's pose. If that feels good today, bring your big toes to touch towards the back of your mat. Open up your knees any amount to get into your hips and extend your arms out long in front of you. And then just start to ground down into your space here. This is a 45-minute burn class. It goes by relatively quickly, and we will go up all the way until the end. So just know that you can take those breaks even if I do not cue it today. Let's unite our breath together here as a community, yogis. Exhale everything out of your lungs. Take a full inhale, fill up with air, and then open mouth exhale, let it out. This open mouth exhale, this is your burn breath. This type of breath helps release the heat that we build in our bodies. If at any point you do start to feel overheated, just work on keeping your head above your heart. Open mouth exhales will help slow your heart rate, catch your breath, and realign with your intention if you choose to set one. Yogis, if an intention is a part of your practice, you can flip your palms up towards the mat. Maybe think of a theme or idea you've been working on, and release any of those distractive thoughts here. Just start to slow it down. We will set any intention out with a one open mouth exhale all together here. Exhale everything out of your lungs. Yogis, take a big inhale, think of your intention. And open mouth exhale, let it out. Beautiful, yogis. You can flip your palms back down. Shift forward to a tabletop position. So stack your shoulders over your wrists, your hips over your knees. Find some slow, organic movement here. I'll share the playlist one more time and then count us down for starting it. For the playlist, just make sure it's not on shuffle. And I am using an AirPod today so I can be on my mat working out with you guys. If at any point it is difficult to hear or there's any audio issues, feel free to pop in that chat. I'll be checking it regularly. Yogis, if you are following in the playlist, I'll start it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, yogis, in tabletop, we'll take a few rounds of cat and cow here for your spine. So inhales for cow pose, fill up with air, expand through your collarbones. And exhale, cat pose, tuck your tailbone, arch your back. Inhale, cow pose, fill up with air, tilt your tailbone towards the ceiling. Exhale, cat pose, push your mat away from you, create space between those shoulder blades. One more just like that. Inhales for cow pose, fill up with air, let your ribs expand. Exhale, cat pose. Push your mat away, chin towards your chest. Yogis, slowly come back to a neutral tabletop position. Inhale, curl your toes under. Exhale, downward facing dog, send your hips high, and then walk out your dog generously today. Maybe some deep bends in those knees. Maybe rock weight forward and back to get into your shoulders, or look under each armpit. Just start to warm up the back line of your legs. Fire up your hamstrings, your calves. Beautiful, yogis. Slowly find some stillness. On an inhale, lift your heels high. Bring your chest towards your thighs. And with your exhale, melt your heels back down. Next inhale, look forward. Exhale, ragdoll pose. Step or walk behind your wrists. You can always widen your stance or bend your knees any amount. Let your torso hang heavy. Let your head hang heavy. Option to grab opposite elbows with opposite hands, or interlace your fingers behind your head to help lengthen out your neck. Play around with this movement. Rock weight from your heels to your toes or sway from side to side. Really notice where you feel tight or where you feel sore. Yogis, if you took an arm variation here, swap out your grip to bring equal balance and energy to the other side. Yes, option for a little chest expansion if you want to get into your shoulders and pecs. Maybe shake your head yes and no. And yes, again. Release any tension in your forehead and your jaw and your shoulders and neck. Beautiful job. Ragdoll, slowly find some stillness. Release your palms down to the mat. Toe heel your feet together. Bend your knees generously and come to sit all the way down, actually. Today we're starting with a little bit of back work, so we'll start on our stomachs. Yogis, it's going to be a back crunch for 2, and then you're lifting your legs, and then we'll add some swimmers and supermans as we go. So meet me on your backs. Interlace your fingers behind your head. Elbows are wide out of your peripheral vision. Basic crunches, or reverse crunches rather. It's a lift and a kick and kick. Beautiful, yogis. So squeeze your low back muscles as you lift your chest. You can make this as slow or as fast as you would like. Find a cadence that challenges you. This is a 45-minute class, so push yourself but pace yourself. Use your breath to guide you here. As you shorten your back muscles, you will exhale, because exhale when the exertion happens. Beautiful. Yes, find control. Your back, you got this. Just for 4, 3, make them swimmers in 2, and 1. So swimmers, reach long and swim. Beautiful, yogis. You have options here, just your arms or just your legs. Knees is slightly in front of you to elongate your neck. Remember to breathe. You're there for 8, 7, 6, and 5. Supermans in 4, 3, keep it lifted in 2, and 1. Superman, squeeze it up and lower and up and lower. Yogi, squeeze your glutes to help lift your feet. Let your legs lift themselves. Let your lower body support you. Engage your core to protect that low back. Find the height that works for you with your back muscles. Just 4, 3, back to the start in 2, and 1. Reverse crunches. It's lift, and you'll kick and kick. Beautiful, yogis. Option to flex your feet to really feel the back line of your body, maybe your hamstrings. Work on finding that same height on each side to balance out your leg strength. Squeeze your back muscles as you lift. For 4, 3, back to swimmers in 2, last set. In 1, swim it out. You reach and reach. 1 long line from your fingertips to your toes. Limbs are off the mat. For 4, 3, supermans in 2, last set. In 1, supermans, you lift, or count of 2 to half time it. Last set, best set, shortest set. Get it, Monday. You got it. You're there for 8, 7, 6, and 5. In 4, 3, take a long body stretch in 2, and 1. Great job. Slow it down. Get any little fidgets out. Catch your breath, and then come onto your back for a little bit of belly up core. So yogis, again, find that basket grip behind your head. Elbows are wide, basic crunches. Here we go. It's a lift and lower, and you exhale as you lift. Yogis, your shoulder blades are coming off the mat. Your upper abs are lifting the upper body with control and letting it back down. Release the tension in your jaw. A light grip on the head. Exhale as you lift. You're there for 4, 3, pulse it up in 2, and 1, pulse it up. It's a pulse and pulse. Yes, slow and controlled. Remember to breathe. You got this. You're there for 4, 3, keep it lifted in 2, and 1, lift it high. For 4, 3, ankle biters in 2, and 1, keep your chest lifted. It's a side to side, side to side. Yogis, lift your heart, broaden through your chest. Use your upper abs, use your breath. Nose and chest are lifting high rather than crunching forward. You're there for 4, 3, legs up the wall in 2 reverse crunches, in 1 legs up the wall. It's a lift and lower, lift and lower. Yogis, if this hurts your spine or your back, maybe work on leg lifts. Great alternative for your lower abs. Most things with your legs will work your abs. You've got options here. For 4, for 3, cherry pickers, in 2 and 1, side to side. You take it right and left. You reach and reach towards the pinky toes of your feet. Yogis, to fire up the back line of your legs, flex your feet, bring your toes more towards your face. Find the same distance and depth on each side. Just for 4 and 3, pulse it right. In 2, it's short, I promise. In 1, pulse to the right. For 4, 3, swap sides. In 2 and 1, pulse it left. You're here for 4, 3, bicycle twists. In 2, yes you can. In 1, bicycle twist, you bring it right, center, and left, center. Yogis, it's not about how fast you're going, it's about where you're going. So find integrity in your form. Bring your elbow towards your knee. Just there for 4, 3, you'll pulse to the right. In 2, it's short. And 1, pulse it right. For 4, 3, pulse it left. In 2, yes you can. In 1, even it out. You're there for 4, 3, scissor legs. In 2, for a count of 8. In 1, just to finish, you're here for 8, 7, and 6, so good, so strong. 5, just 4, 3, long body stretch. In 2, and 1, you're done. Great job, everyone. Maybe massage your low back, windshield wiper your knees, any amount. Grab water, tawa, catch your breath. Yogis, whenever you're ready, rock and roll up to a standing position. We're gonna give our abs and core a little bit of a break with some leg work. It's a lot of quad work, a little bit of squats. Meet me in your sumo squat, so a wide stance. Toes are maybe 45-degree angle, but it's gonna be a down for 2. So it's lower for 2 and lift for 2. Lower and a lift. We'll add on as we go, but let's set this up first. Yogis, work on pushing your knees to the pinky toes of your feet. Continue to stack your shoulders over your hips as you lower. Try to avoid tilting forward. Engage your core to support your back. For 4, 3, you'll pulse it low. In 2, and 1, pulse it low. It's slow. Make it as small as you want. Find the control. Open up your hips. You're here for 4, 3, you'll bring your knees in 2, side to side. In 1, it looks like this. Bring right, yes, and left, and right, and left. Beautiful, yogi. So find a distance that works for you. Work on giving each side equal attention and energy. Again, option to slow it down or speed it up. This is your practice. Make it something that works for you here today. You're here for 4, 3, back to singles. In 2, you'll lower first, and 1, here we go. So it's down for 2, and lift for 2, lower, and lift. Second set, it's down, and lift, and lower. So yogis, make these look just as good as your first set here. I know your quads hurt. Open up your hips. Beautiful. You got this. You're there for 8, 7, and 6, remember to breathe. Don't hold your breath. You're here for 4, 3, pulse it low. In 2, and 1, pulse it low. It's pulse, pulse. Yogi, so this is where you refine. Stack your shoulders over your hips. Engage your core to protect your back. Tuck your tailbone. It'll help, I promise. Push your knees to your pinky toes. You're here for 4, 3, back to those knees in 2, side to side. In 1, here you go. It's a right, center, and left. Center, your quads are strong. They've got this. You're here for 8, 7, 6, and 5. In 4, sumo hold in 2, and 1, just a hold. And 1, come back to center. For 4, 3, lift your right heel. In 2, continue to pulse. In 1, yes you can. It's a pulse and pulse. As big or as small as you want. You got this. Home stretch. You're here for 4, 3, swap sides in 2, and 1. Left heel lifts and pulse, pulse. Yes, so good, so strong. Yes, you can. You're here for 4, 3, back to singles in 2, just for 8, in 1. Here you go. So it's lower and a lift and a lower and a lift. You're here for 8, 7, 6, and 5. Squeeze your glutes to the top. 4, 3, shake it out in 2, and 1. You're done. Yogis, take any little stretches that might feel good here. Anything for your hips, your calves, your quads. We'll be doing more leg stuff later and glute stuff later. Don't worry, we'll get to it. Let's give our legs a little bit of a break with some arm stuff. Option to use weights, option to use no weights. Those are valid. Maybe your work on refining your movements here. Whatever you are at, if you do have weights, grab something that you would use for your bicep curls. So maybe a little heavier. Your elbows are in, basic bicep curls, palm face up. Lift and lower, lift and lower. Exhale as you lift. Yogis with arm workouts and with leg workouts, option one side at a time is always here for you. You can slow it down, really concentrate on the movement, focus on feeling it where you're supposed to. Straight, strong wrists, right? No curling. Protect your wrist. Exhale as you lift. You got it. You're there for 4, 3, you'll pulse it low in 2, and 1. So meet me here just for 4, 3, you'll pulse it out in 2, and 1. Pulse it out for 4, 3, rotator cuffs in 2, so keep your hands like this. In 1, they look like this. You'll bring it in and open, in and open. It's a super small movement. It's a super small muscle. No swinging your weights out. Protect your shoulders. Find control. You'll exhale as you close. You're here for 4, 3, hammer curls in 2, and 1. So palms face in. It's lift and lower, lift and lower, and you exhale as you lift. Again, the option, one arm at a time. Yogis, you are in control of these weights. You're not dropping them, you are lowering them with muscle, not momentum. For 4, 3, pulse it halfway. In 2, yes you can. In 1, pulse it here, just for 4, 3, pulse it out. In 2, and 1, pulse it out. For 4, 3, make it a chest press. In 2, and 1, so meet me here. It's lift and lower, lift and lower. And you exhale as you lift. So yogis, you're punching the ceiling. Work on stacking your wrists on top of your elbows. Stack joints are strongest joints. Protect your joints. You're there for 4, 3, you'll bring it in 2, and 1, bring it in. It's in and open, in and open. Work on bringing your forearms and elbows together with control. We're not here long. 4, 3, overhead tricep extensions, 2, and 1. So meet me here. It's lower and lift, lower and lift. And you exhale as you lift. Yogis, prioritize that narrowness with your elbows. Option no weights, that's totally fine. You can still feel this. You're exhaling as you lift because that's when your tricep shortens to help lift. Again, one arm at a time is totally fine. You're there for 4, 3, wide arm bicep curls in 2, and 1. So meet me here. Lift and lower, lift and lower. Last thing you got. Find integrity in your form. You're here for 4, 3, pulse it halfway in 2, and 1. Little pulses here, just for 4, 3, you'll pulse it out in 2, and 1. Pulse it out, pulse and pulse. Yogis, micro bend your elbows. Option 1 arm at a time. This is the last thing you have. For 8, 7, 6, and 5. You're here for 4, 3, just 2. You're done in 1. Good push, everyone. Burning out our muscles. When you start to feel it is when the growth starts happening. All right, yogis, shake out your arms. We are not using our weights for the next few workouts, so you can clear them off your space. Make sure you have nothing you can trip on. The next thing we have is our split leg standing series. Yogis, we're gonna start with leg kicks, and we're gonna start back. So you're working on the shelf part of your glute, right? You're feeling this right underneath your low back here. Standing on our right leg. We'll add on as we go. Press down in the 4 corners of your right foot here. Kick it back and lower, back and lower. So yogis, the added part of this is your balance, right? Your core helps balance you, helps stabilize you. Balance is just the illusion. We're always micromanaging. You're building strength in that right leg too. You're here for 4, 3, kick it out to the side, in 2, and 1, bring it out to the side. It's lift and lower, lift and lower. Yogis, work on keeping your shoulders over your hips, bump to the left. You're here for 4, 3, kick it forward, in 2, and 1, you'll bring it in front of you. You lift and lower, lift and lower. Feel this in your hamstring. Stretch it out here. Just here for 4, 3, swap sides, in 2, so stand on your left foot, in 1, switch it out. You'll kick it back and lower, back and lower. So yogis, squeeze your glute to lift your heel. Control this here. You exhale as you lift. Protect that low back by engaging your core. Find stability, ground down through that left foot. For 4, 3, you'll kick it out to the right, in 2, to the side, and 1, to the side. It's a lift and lower, lift and lower. Yogis, you should be feeling this in your outer thigh on the right side. Ground down through your standing foot. Work on balancing, reducing the sway, and use your breath. Just here for 4, 3, out to the front, in 2, and 1, kick it out to the front. It's a lift and lower. Yogis, it's just as much a mental challenge as it is a physical challenge. Work on being flexible with our mind and our body. You exhale as you lift. Just for 4, 3, single squats, in 2, and 1. So yogis, feet are hip width distance apart. Basic squats, we're almost done. Bring it lower and lift, lower and lift. Squeeze your glutes at the top. Rock weight into your heels. Work on stacking your knees over your ankles. Lift your chest even as you lower. You got this. You're here for 4, 3, pulse it low, in 2, and 1, pulse it low. It's a pulse and pulse. Engage your core, protect your back. Tuck your tailbone. Your quads are warmed up for this. You're here for 4, 3, shake it out, in 2, you're done in 1, shake it out. Good job, everyone. Yogis, we have one more standing leg series before we get into a little bit of cardio. We're going to be doing some Heismans, but we're going to start again with that balance on that left standing leg. We're going to start with a march, so bring your knee towards hip height, and then you land in your lunge and come down. You can go as slow or as quick as you want, but find the integrity in your form before you speed it up. 90-degree angle in your lunges. You're landing softly on your toes. Make sure you're stepping far enough back to stack those joints. Be kind to your ankles, land softly on your toes. For 4, 3, add a hop, in 2, if you'd like. In 1, it looks like this. It's hop and hop. Option to just march it out. You're here for 4, 3, stay in your lunge. In 2, it's a little pulse. In 1, find your lunge, pulse, pulse. Yogi, shoulders are over hips. Feet are in 2 separate lanes, hip width distance apart. Know that you can adjust your stance wherever you land. It is not finite. You got this. You're here for 4, 3, make them Heismans. In 2, and 1. Here you go. You'll bring it in and in. Exhale as you crunch. Find that crunch. Beautiful. For 8, 7, 6, and 5. You're there for 4, 3, shake it out in 2, and 1, shake it out. Catch your breath, side to side. Set it up for the other side, those slow lunges. It's a lift and a lower and a lift and a lower. So yogis, this time we're focusing on our balance. We're focusing on control, which is arguably just as important as strength. This is functional movement. Your balance will save you. Remember to breathe, you got this. Exhale as you bring that knee towards hip height. Beautiful lunges, Abby, yes. You're there for 4, 3, add that hop in 2, and 1. If you want, you'll bring it up and back, up and back. Remember to breathe, we're not here long. You're here for 4, 3, stay in your lunge in 2, and 1. Find your lunge, readjust your stance. Little pulses here. Stack your shoulders over your hips, avoid tilting forward. For 8, 7, 6, and 5. You're here for 4, beautiful control. 3, make them Heismans. 2, last time. And 1, yes you can, you bring it in and in. Use your breath, use your muscle, use your arms, you got this. Land slightly on your toes. Beautiful job. Yogis, you did not come here for easy. You got it Monday. For 8, 7, 6, and 5. Just 4, just 3. Shake it out in 2, and 1. You're done. Great push, everyone. Beautiful job. Catch your breath, side to side. All right. Yogis, make sure there's a lot of space on your mat. We're moving into our cardio. The cardio I've been teaching has not changed. It is that boxing sequence. If you have not been there, I will demo it. Grab water, towel off. If it feels good for your ankles and toes still, meet me in your jump rope on your mat. Yogis, your options are always to take this side to side in a step touch, or any of these exercises in a step touch. My only rule is you keep moving and you keep your head above your heart. Open mouth exhales for cardio, release that heat. We'll start on the right side. I want you to protect your face. So practical right now, right? Yogis, it's gonna be a jab, a cross, and a duck. It's relatively quick. Your jab is quick. Your cross, you're pivoting on your body. Your duck is almost like a squat, lower than your shoulders. Start to bring your right side forward. Protect your face. You ready? Here we go. It's jab, cross, duck. Jab, cross, duck. Make it quick. Use your power. We're not just punching the air. You got to use your muscles. Bring it back to your face. Slight tuck of your chin. Beautiful. Yes. You're there for 8, 7, and 6, and 5. Just here for 4, 3, jumping jacks in 2 to the side, and 1, jump your jack, you bring it up and up. Beautiful, yogis. Options here, that side to side, or maybe you cross your feet in the middle for added intensity. Be mindful of your space. Be mindful of your movement. Use your breath. You got this. You're there for 4, 3, butt kickers in 2 to the front, and 1, butt kickers. You'll kick it up, up, up. Yogis, these are butt kickers. I want you to bring your heel towards your glutes. Keep your knees in line with your thigh. You'll feel your hamstring a little more. Rock your weight forward like you're running. Land on your toes, but softly. Use your breath. You got this. You're here for 4, 3, jumping jacks in 2 to the right, and 1, jumping jacks. It's up and up. Yogis, we have to get the other side of our body, our left side, just as much a mental challenge as it is a physical challenge. For 4, 3, jump your rope in 2, and 1, jump your rope. Keep that left foot forward. Resume your stance. It's the same jab, cross and duck. Remember to breathe. You exhale as you punch when you cross. You ready? Here we go. It's jab, cross, duck. Jab, cross, duck. Bring it back to your face right when you punch. I want it back to your face. You're not just punching the air. This is active. Use your core, use your legs, the strongest part. For 8, 7, and 6, and 5. You're there for 4, 3. We're gonna make it speed bags in 2, and 1. So speed bags, pick a side, or pick a direction, I should say. Option to make this a step touch with your legs. Make it quick. It's quick. It's quick. Quicker, quicker, quicker. Go, go. Yes. Yes, you got it. Just for 4. Just 3. Reverse direction in 2, and 1. Other way. Maybe under. Feel it in your arms. Feel it in your shoulders. You got this. Come on, let's do it. Almost done. You're there for 8, 7, 6, and 5. Speed it up. It's speed bag. Just 4, 3. Jump your rope. In 2. Slow it down. In 1. Side to side. Just for 4, and 3. You're done in 2, and 1. Beautiful job. Grab water. Towel off. Slow it down. Take any little stretches here that might feel good and catch your breath for a moment. All right, yogis. We have a little bit of active recovery here, which means we're not moving around our lower body too much. A little bit of our arms. In the studio, we would use that skinny red band before COVID. If you want to use light set of weights, feel free to get into it. Otherwise, no set of weights is totally fine. This is just to keep your blood and heart moving. I guess it does it anyway, but to slow your body and breath down, just basic bicep curls to start. It's lift and lower, lift and lower. So slow down your breath. Work on active recovery here. Some full inhales and exhales. Beautiful. Cardio's done. You got it. Easy part's over, or hard part's over. For 4. For 3, we're going to do a tricep kick back in 2, and 1. So you're going to meet me here. It's a lift and lower. So yogis, your elbows are lifted higher than your hips. You're squeezing your triceps as you lift. Option to rock your weight forward, but you need to engage your core to protect your back then. Always the option, 1 arm at a time. You can use no weights here and still feel it. Remember to breathe. You'll exhale as you lift. Find focus. Your triceps are so important, the back of your biceps. You're here for 4, and 3. You'll pulse it high in 2, and 1. It's short, I promise. Just 4, 3, in 2. Wide reverse fly in 1. Keep your stance. Palms face each other for your back here. It's lift and lower, a lift and lower, and you exhale as you lift. So yogis, this is your wingspan, right? I want you to actively squeeze your shoulder blades like you're pinching something between them like a pencil. Beautiful. Control. You're lifting and lowering those weights. You exhale as you lift because that's when your back muscle shortens here. You're here for 4, and 3. Make them wide rows in 2, still for your back, and 1. So palms face down. It's going to be a lift and lower, lift and lower. Yogis, engage your core to protect your back. Know that you can readjust your stance at any point. Option always 1 arm at a time. Almost done. Your back is strong. It's got this. A lot of back stuff today. Just here for 4. You're here for 3. Alternating lateral leg arm lifts into, it looks like this. It's lift and lower. I got to come up with a different name. It's too wordy, but alternate the sides. Bring it towards shoulder height if you can. With control, you're lowering and lifting. Same distance on each side for 8, 7, just 6, and 5. You're here for 4. In 3, make it an upright row. In 2, it's the last thing. In 1, so palms face in. It's a lift and lower. Yogis, engage your core like you're in a rowing machine, right? You're pulling towards your collarbone height. For 4, just 3, ditch your weights. In 2, you're done in 1. Beautiful job. All right, we only have a couple more songs, a couple more workouts. These 45-minute classes go by quick. It's a 2.5-minute glute series in tabletop. If this doesn't feel good for your knees, you can do this in a bridge pose, but mean with your shoulders over your hips, fire hydrants first, out to the side. It's a lift, lower, lift, lower. You exhale as you lift. So remember, we were opening up our hips with those sumo squats. Work on bringing your knee towards hip height. Work on equalizing the weight in your palms to be kind to your wrists. Square your chest towards the mat. Beautiful. Just 4, 3, donkey kicks. In 2, so keep that bend. In 1, you lift it back. It's a lift and a lift, or make it half time if you'd like. Flex your foot, bring your heel towards the ceiling. Stamp your footprint. Use your breath. You got this. You're here for 4, 3, swimmer's crunches in 2, and 1. It looks like this. Long crunch, long crunch. We're not here long. Find your balance. Use your breath. Just 4, 3, other side, 2, and 1. Yogis, come back to tabletop. Yes. Fire hydrants out to the side. Be kind to your wrists. Be kind to your palms. Equal weight, or bring your left hand towards, is it right hand towards the hip? Exhale as you lift. Beautiful. Use your breath. Feel this in your glutes. Let it help with your leg. Just 4, 3, fire hydrant, 2, and 1, donkey kickback. Lift and lift, or lift and lower. Find a cadence that works well for you. Same cadence on each side though to balance it out. You're here for 4, 3, swimmer's crunches, 2, last time. In 1, swimmer's crunches. It's reach. I'm gonna kick Abby in the head. Reach and crunch. Each side of our body looks different. It's gonna feel different. Find your balance. Prioritize your breath. You're there for 4, 3, you're done in 2, and 1. Beautiful job, everyone. All right, now grab water, towel off. We have one last series, and it is a toughie because it is a plank series. Hopefully your shoulders are warmed up. That is why I personally like to do planks at the end. However, you are the most tired, so we need to find integrity. Yogis, for your planks, stack your joints, whether you're on your shoulder or your palms or your forearms. I want your shoulders on top of your wrists. Charge through your heels to hug up on your kneecaps. We'll start with just a 20-second hold, just 20 seconds. Plank, knees or toes. Here you go. Remember to breathe. Engage your core. Create space between those shoulder blades. Beautiful. Yes. Yogis, slowly. We're going to do side dips. You can stay on your palms or your forearms. Just here for 4, 3, in 2, start to rock weight into the left side. So palms or forearm, hip dips or side dips, lower, lift, or a lower and a lift. Find control. We're not here long. Use your breath. Bump your hips towards the ceiling. Just 4, 3, come back to center in 2, and 1, 20-second hold. Engage your core. Make this look just as good as your first one. Find that integrity. Gaze it slightly in front of you to elongate your neck. Stack your joints. Hug up on your kneecaps. Charge your heels to the back. Just 4, 3, rock to the right. In 2 for side planks. In 1. It's a lift and a lift, or a lower for 2 and lift for 2. Yogis, find the integrity here. One side of your body might be stronger. The other side is maybe more flexible. Hone into that. Work out what you need, where you need it. Almost done. Yes, you can. You're here for 4, 3, back to plank. In 1, come to center, 20 seconds. Yes, you can. Beautiful. Use your breath. You're here for 8, 7, 6, and 5. In 4, you either push up or come down. In 2, and 1, lower down, and lift, and lower, and lift. So find a cadence that works for you. It does not need to be to the beat of the music. Engage your core. You're there for 8, 7, keep it going. 6 and 5. You're done in 4, 3, just 2, and 1. Beautiful job, everyone. Shake out, take any stretches, grab water, towel off. This is the moment you've been waiting for, our stretching. All right, yogis, I like to always do a seated forward fold for your low back and hamstrings. If that is something that feels good for you today, meet me on your sits bones. Bring your legs out long in front of you, swing them to either side. Your knees can be bent any amount. It might actually help tilt your pelvis forward to elongate the back line of your body. Wherever you're at, with an inhale, find length. And exhales always find depth. So hinge from your hips, bring your heart towards your knees any amount, and start to slow it down here. Yogis, slowly on an inhale, come back to center. And with your exhale, lower all the way down onto your back for supine half pigeon or supine figure 4. You can bring your right ankle over your knee, maybe interlace behind that thigh to bring it towards your chest, if that feels right for this side of your body. Yogis, slowly release your foot down, both feet on the mat, and then swap out your legs. Bring your other ankle over your opposite knee. Again, always that option to bring it in towards your chest if that feels right for this side of your body. Figure 4, slowly release your legs down onto the ground. If you'd like to take happy baby here to massage your low back, you can bring both knees in towards your chest. Maybe grab behind your knees or the soles of your feet. You'll feel a hip stretch if you press down into your feet, or a low back stretch by rocking from side to side. And then happy baby, start to find a little bit of stillness here. Extend one long leg out in front of you. Bring your opposite knee in towards your chest. As you inhale, wrap around your shin. Give yourself a big hug. And with your exhale, supine spinal twist. Gently guide that knee across your body, any amount, to just let gravity do the work. Yogi, slowly guide yourself back to center and swap out your legs here. Extend that other leg long. Bring your other knee in. Take a big inhale to squeeze your shin, give it a hug. And exhale, supine spinal twist on this side. Yogis, slowly release, come back to center. Square your spine on the mat. Take any last little stretches that might feel good in your body before we find a final shavasana. Whenever you're ready, bring both knees into your chest. Full wind removing pose here. Wrap around your shins. Give yourself a big hug. Last little constriction here. Fill up with air. Big inhale. And exhale, release. Final shavasana. Let the ground support you from underneath. Take up as much space as you want because you deserve space. Yogis, will be here a little under 2 minutes and I'll guide us out when it's time. Yogis, you can stay here as long as you would like. This mindful stillness might be more beneficial now than ever. If you'd like to continue with the rest of your Monday, invite some slow, organic movement into your body. Unclench your jaw, soften the muscles in your face. Deepen your breath. And whenever you're ready, with an inhale, find a last long body stretch. And with your exhale, fetal asana, fetal position on either side of your body, using your bicep as a pillow. Yogis, we work out to celebrate what our body can do, not as a punishment for what it maybe can't do yet. Every time you show up on your mat, it's going to look different because you're different, and that's why it is called a practice. Know that you can leave anything on your mat that no longer serves you. And with an inhale, slowly push up, taking whatever empowers you today. Maybe call to mind an intention you set at the beginning, or if you didn't set one, that is okay. Working out authentically is important as well. Yogis, if you'd like to bring your hands to heart center to symbolize kindness in our actions, bringing our thumbs to our lips for kindness in our words, and thumbs to third eye center for kindness in our thoughts, most especially towards ourselves. Bowing forward, we seal in our practice today. Namaste.